Hey there, Taurus. Welcome to Love or Tarot. I'm your host here at Love or Tarot, Jay, and I'm super excited to dive into your energy today. Wanted to let you guys know that energy is fluid. It is not linear. So what does that mean? That means that this message could resonate for you past, present, and future. That also means that this message could resonate for someone that's energetically connected to you and not you at all. And if in fact that is the case, please be sure to click that share button and send this message on over to who you know it belongs to. Also, Taurus, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I would love to have you join the family, okay, as we are ever growing and ever evolving, okay? So let's go ahead and get started for you, Taurus. Spirit, do we have any messages of healing for Taurus? Any messages of healing for Taurus? Okay, so Taurus, we have the Sun card in reverse. We have the Seven of Swords in reverse. We have the Queen of Cups in reverse. And we have the Three of Wands upright. Okay, so immediately, of course, you see a lot of reverse cards, and some of you may be thinking bad, but no. In fact, this is really, really good. This seems like really positive energy. It definitely seems like there are some of us Tauruses that are going through some things, really ridding ourselves of a lot of emotional baggage that we may have been carrying from past relationships, and or just things that we personally don't want to face or deal with that are definitely coming to the forefront for us to do so. Okay, some of us feel like we've kind of been stumbling and in hopes to gain some clarity, and feel like we're always being kind of pushed backwards. And I want to see why that is. I know for so many of us it's different. For some of us it does involve this Queen of Cups in reverse. This person that is very, very, very hostile. Yeah, it doesn't seem like they deal with their emotions well. Definitely don't feel like they are in a state of balance. Okay, and it may in fact be this person pulling on our energy that may be affecting how we move forward in life. Spirit, could you tell us about the Sun card? Spirit, could you tell us about the Sun card? Spirit, could you tell us about the Sun card? Okay, so there's two things that we're not presently paying attention to, and things that we should, and that is the Princess of Cups in reverse and the Princess of Wands. So that being our emotional stability and our outlet, our creative outlet. Okay, some of us are not focusing too much on ourselves and have been kind of pushing a lot of energy outward, okay, and haven't really been focusing on the things that bring us joy, the things that make us happy. Okay, for some of you it definitely is some form of art, and for others of us it's just being able to be in our moment and in our space, in our sacred space, and feel safe. Okay, some of you are dealing with situations where people are in your sacred space. For some of you, I wouldn't even be honestly surprised if there's people who have to, now have family over and consistently in their energy. And it's a different feeling, with everything that's going on in the world, thinking that you did something to help, but then finding out that it really took a toll on you. For those of you that definitely are empaths, inviting other people into your space, I know can be very, 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 very difficult. And I know that from personal experience, okay? And even having a little one, because Like, her energy sometimes is so much, and sometimes I just have to run us outside the ground. So, you know, it's important too with, you know, seeing this grounding energy that presents itself in this Princess of Wands, that you take time for yourself. You take time for yourself. You make the things that are important to you important to you. So if that means, you know, you're just not in a place where you feel sane, you're not in a place where you feel okay and stable, get outside, you know, ground yourself. I'm definitely hearing grounding crystals. One that I'm being given an example of is garnet. Okay, so that may definitely help you at this present time, Taurus. Spirit, could you tell us about this Seven of Swords? Spirit, could you tell us about these Seven of Swords? Okay. So we have the Nine of Swords. We have the Magician in reverse, okay? So again, it's more of that energy of you just feeling like things aren't working out and that they're just consistently not working out, and you're just kind of giving up trying, giving up, putting yourself in a position where it's like, okay, I'm gonna fight for this, I'm gonna do this. It's like you're like, I'm done fighting, you know, I've fought long enough, like I just need to catch a break. I just want a break. Spirit, please just get off of my neck, allow me to breathe a little bit. And it definitely feels like some of you are really struggling with that, just really struggling to find a place of just solace. Okay, and it definitely feels like there's some manipulating energy here with the Magician in reverse. So I'm interested to kind of dive into this Queen of Cups in reverse. Okay, so I was told that this Queen of Cups is you, Taurus. You're not at a very stable, you know, place with your emotions and finding a sense of, you know, voice, and to learn to, you know, putting yourself in a position where you feel compassionate towards others. You feel very, you know, blocked off, very closed off, very selfish at this time. And, you know, being selfish does not necessarily always have to be bad. I know sometimes being selfish is given such a negative connotation, but it really feels like you're almost retreating, putting yourself in a bubble where you feel safe and not really allowing other people to be around, but not because you don't want to engage, not because you don't want to have those people around you supporting you or there for you, but almost as a way to protect you from protect them from your energy affecting them. Does that make any sense? It's like you're almost like, I know I'm going to kind of be a Debbie Downer right now, so I'm not going to talk to anybody because I'm going through something and I'm not sure what it is, but until I figure it out, I'm just going to kind of step away from everybody else because I don't want my energy to affect anyone else. So it's kind of this, I'm retreating. And we're being told why here too. It's the King of Wands, okay? And the King of Wands in reverse and the Four of Coins in reverse. So for some of you, it's the lack thereof of adventure, of movement. Some of you are used to a very steady routine. And Taurus, I know and I understand, okay? I am a Taurus. My lipstick is always messing up in my videos and it drives me crazy. But my rising as well as sun sign are both in Taurus. So I understand the need for routine. And it seems like because there hasn't been routine, it's like you can't seem to get a grasp on things. You can't seem to just get everything together so that it makes sense in your head. It's like everything's in front of you, you know, just kind of like all of these cards are in front of me, and it's a whole lot that's going on. But, you know, emotionally and internally, these are things that you are dealing with on an individual level. These are not things that you're dealing with, you know, as per se with another person. And then I just got a nudge too that some of you, this is a person, as far as, you know, this being in reverse and me reading the cards as a person, as this person being your partner. This could kind of just explain to you kind of things that they're experiencing and things that they're feeling. But yes, it's just, it feels very, very blocked off. And for some of you, there's a partner that you feel very blocked off from and you really don't understand why. And the reason being is because they themselves are struggling to find their balance, to find their place in their new circumstances. And for some of you, change is just not easy. It's just not easy. And it really seems like this is just a wait to see if things get better. Okay? So let's go ahead and pull some cards for the Three of Wands, okay? So out for the Three of Wands, wow, it's so crazy. We have the Ace of Cups in reverse, and we have the Ace of Wands. So for some of you, you know, you're like, what am I waiting on? I'm waiting on love, okay? Because I feel I'm deserving of love. I feel like I give a whole bunch of love and I ain't getting too much back. I feel like, okay, I also am in a position where it's like I have, you know, an idea and things that I want, but I'm not quite sure how to put things together, how to piece things together. Again, having a bunch of the pieces, but not quite sure what your puzzle makes when all of the pieces are put together. It really feels like there's just, you know, a constant push of trying to get everything in order, but you just can't seem to find the first step to get to the end goal. Okay? And for some of you, it's just being completely unsure of what the end goal even is. Okay? And, you know, it's just you're playing with a bunch of pieces. But what you have to understand is that this is not a bad thing. You're at a beautiful state of beginning. You're at a beautiful state of beginning where you can take the pieces that you have, address them, look at them, analyze them, and say, okay, does this speak to me right now? You know, let's take this piece. Okay, I feel ignored by my partner. In the grand scheme of things, is this going to really affect our relationship? Or should I sit them down and have a conversation? You grab another piece. I feel very emotionally overwhelmed. I don't know how to express this to anyone. I'm feeling very anxious, experiencing tons of anxiety. This is not something that I'm used to dealing with. I don't know who to talk to. It would kind of be in my best interest to maybe see a therapist, maybe go talk to a healer of some kind. But that's new for me. Is this going to affect me in the long run? Or am I just going to keep dealing and moving in this anxiety without any tools or ways in which that I can learn to adjust and deal with these things, or even find the root of my anxiety? Do you see what I'm saying? So it's just like you're looking at the pieces like they're all over the place and like your life is all over the place, when in actuality the answers to your questions are in the questions. They're in the questions, they're in your pieces. And instead of looking at everything together, try to look at things separately, because by you dealing with these issues one by one, you will come to what your end goal is. And for everyone, it's different. But here, what I'm really sensing and feeling is that it's just happiness. It's just overall joy. When is it going to be my moment? When am I going to be happy? When is it going to be my time? I give people advice. I'm helping people. I'm matching people up. You know, I'm taking this friend and that friend and they're getting together and these people are happy and they're having children, and, you know, my friends are having children and these people are doing all of these different things around me. What about me? Why can't I have those things? It's not, why can't you? You can. You will. But right now, at this present point in your life, the worry is not what everyone else is doing, but the worry must be you. It must be where you are at this present time in your life. What do what you're going through, and how does that affect you? Your circumstances are yours. You can't compare yourself to any outside sources or any outside people, because their life, their story, their experiences are different than yours. And a lot of times we find ourselves wishing that our lives were like someone else, but we don't know the struggles that they went through to get to that point. So be careful what you wish for too. Now, Taurus, I'm going to go ahead and pull you some cards of advice. Okay, I've really been pushed to use the Keepers of a Light Oracle deck, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. Keepers of Light, could you give us messages of advice for Taurus? Keepers of Light, could you give us messages of advice for Taurus? Okay, we have the Divine Director, Intervention and Purpose. Divine intervention is occurring. Know that you are being guided. Happiness is your purpose. And what did we just talk about? That's your goal. Happiness is your purpose. You can have it. It's yours, okay? You know, allow yourself to trust that the things that are going on in your life right now are happening for a reason, okay? You're not lost. You're not lost. You're not even confused. You're just not looking at the situation. You're not looking at the glass half full, okay? You're looking at it as half empty. And Mahavatar Babaji, soul expansion. Your consciousness is expanding. You understand the connections between all things. Okay, and again, connections between all things, taking those pieces one by one and analyzing them as individual things, and not just looking at everything and allowing ourselves to be just consistently overwhelmed. It's breaking things down. Look at the connections between all things. Lady Venus, downloads and understanding. Truth is being revealed. Deep insights are coming from heaven and the astral realm, and they truly are. Honestly, Taurus, I wouldn't be surprised if this message is reaching you in the midst of a very spiritual time in your life, because the cards you got really scream to me Ascension. So, you know, you may be in a situation right now where you are evolving spiritually and within this 3D experience, and the knowledge, the truths that you are coming into alignment with are a lot for you, and that's normal, okay? So don't beat yourself up, Taurus. You got this, okay? Again, take those pieces and analyze them one by one. Don't look at everything, because it will always look like a mess and be super overwhelming. So I love you, Taurus. Peace, love, and light to you and all those you love. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And I will see you in the next one. Leaving you in nothing but joy. Bye now.